All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, today being a Friday, of late, it's a very strange feeling. Of late, Fridays have started to feel like Saturdays. And I had a really wonderful day, a very soulful day. Um, One is, of course, I had a really powerful session with my client, and then I got to spend time with my wife. We got to, just hang out, work, getting work done, making plans, travel plans, and making plans with friends, and also made time to exercise. And so when I was getting ready for this podcast, and as you know, this podcast is called the Eye Hypnosis Coach Speaks, and it's an opportunity for me to reflect on the day, reflect on the week, reflect on life, and share with you not just my reflections, but especially if you are a digital coach and healer, it's it's my intention to share with you some insight which might just be that spark that you were looking for, and you just happen to come across it online, and that one tiny spark um, helps you on your way in the things that you're doing, in achieving your hopes, dreams, desires, things that you are drawn to. And today, this title kind of popped into my mind. It's like when everything just clicks. Isn't it beautiful? And there's that very famous scene from the movie A Team with Liam Neeson playing the role of Colonel Hannibal, if memory serves me right. And he has this very famous catch line where he says, "I love it when a plan comes together." Now, typically that line is something that I have used before because I love it when a plan comes together. But that sort of indicates that everything has led up to one moment and the achievement of one thing. What struck me today as different was, what if every moment feels like that? What if every moment feels like you know it's coming together, it's flowing seamlessly, it's flowing smoothly, and each moment is leading you to something deeper, to something more profound, something more prolific. So all I'll say at this point is, you know, isn't it amazing that you can have more and more of that every day? Now, obviously, I'm saying this because I've been working on this for many, many years. If I, go back in time, I think from as far back as 1999, um, or even 1997, like these are moments in my life where I have been working with the intention of having this kind of a life, having this kind of a lifestyle, having this kind of a mind, and this kind of a mindset. So today was definitely a reminder that, it's like the more we learn to be present, the more I'm learning to be present, the more I'm starting to tap into something that goes beyond my, it goes beyond my understanding of how things work. By that, I mean, it goes beyond that into something which is ethereal, into something which is cosmic, into something which is, it's like shades of the divine. In a simple way, what I mean is that it's like I no longer am trying to control the outcome. I'm just showing up, I'm just being present, and life is coming to me in a way that is in sync with what I, had put out into the universe, into the world, in my prayer, uh, for me, for my family. for people I work with, for my friends. And it's beautiful how every moment is just uh, stacking one on top of the other. Now, for those of you who have been trying to create habits, you probably might remember there is this concept of habit stacking, right? There are some beautiful resources. I'll leave a couple of them in the comment box. Simply put, it's like when you find one habit and you start to commit to it. By that, I mean you start to do it. You start to do it regularly. And then you stack another habit. You link another habit to it. That means, say, for example, now it's been closer to, I think, 80 days of me doing 100 push-ups, 100 days. Of course, initially it was, doing push-ups in a certain way, the standard traditional way. Now I do, uh, sprint push-ups. And of course, by my definition, with sprint push-ups, I do on average about 400 at a time. That on its own was a really powerful habit that I began in December. And over now, the last 2.5 weeks, I have stacked the habit of doing kettlebells, right? So I wanted to do kettlebell swings forever, right? I looked all over. I asked a lot of people. I checked with a lot of gyms, but couldn't find it. So finally, I decided, okay, I'm just going to tap into the power of the good old internet, YouTube, and I found a couple of videos. I did a little bit of my research, and then I just began, right? Eventually, initially I was thinking, okay, where do I get the kettlebells from? Eventually, I just went to the store, bought it, came back home, and I started. And now we're now in like the 2.5 week mark. So, in simple terms, all I'm saying is that, philosophically and in a very concrete, specific way, which is, let's say, building new habits, all of this is possible provided, you, me, we are clear about what we want and are willing to allow it to happen. Right? There's a very famous line, I think it's from James Allen, right? Ask and ye shall receive, as in this is from the book, but of course, ask and ye shall receive is from the Bible, right? But there's that very important part which is in the middle, which is when you ask, you will receive, provided you allow. So that middle step is everything to do with allowing. I read this many years ago. I practiced it at different times, but somehow I was never really able to follow through entirely. Obviously, it wasn't a failure. It was just part of the process of building the habit. And so now, more and more each day, I find myself being willing to allow. And so, today is testament to that. That as long as we're clear about what we want and we ask for it, and then, of course, we allow it to happen, it is only but natural to receive it. So, if you've stuck around to this point of listening to what I've been saying, and in spite of this, you're saying, okay, all this is very well and good, but I'm stuck. All I will say is that, two things. One is I make it a point to show up like this every day and share with you my reflections, my intentions, to remind you that I genuinely want to help you, especially if you are a digital coach and healer. And all you have to do is reach out, right? It's like ask and you shall receive, provided you're willing to allow yourself to receive. So what I'll say at this point is, of course, having said all of this, right? If there is any way in which I can help you, please reach out and let me know. I'll be more than willing, more than happy to help you. And having said all of that, of course, remember to live with purpose. So I look forward to seeing you in the next pod. This will, of course, be tomorrow. Wishing you all the very best. And if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and have a wonderful day ahead, whatever point in the day or the week you may be listening to this. God bless, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.